And so it begins, the long goodbye. Last week, Mohamed Salah broke Liverpool fans' hearts because after nearly a decade at Anfield, the Egyptian king announced his departure at the end of the season, ending one of the most remarkable careers in the club's modern history. Over 250 goals for Liverpool, 2 Premier League titles, 4 league golden boots, 3 PFA Players Player of the Year awards, and let's not forget he's been in the top 10 rankings of the Ballon d'Or 5 times since joining the club in 2017. But Salah isn't just one of Liverpool's greatest players, he's also redefined what success looks like for a North African footballer in Europe. North African football journalist Mohamed Salah explains why.
What Mohamed Salah has managed to do is almost single-handedly transform how Egyptian players are viewed in Europe. Now, prior to him, there was a generation of very good players, but they were also known for a lack of professionalism. The way he takes care of his body is kind of similar to, other stars of his time, whether it's Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. They're playing into their late 30s, and I think that's what Mohamed Salah has been able to do. The main difference between Mohamed Salah and those other Egyptian stars is his upbringing. Mohamed Salah came from a village in Egypt. It's called Negrik, and it's a 4-hour bus ride that he had to embark on every single day in his life to get from Negrik to Cairo. But the fact that he had to sort of suffer through that made sure that instilled an amount of professionalism in him in his formative years that he sort of carried on.
For years, signing for a major European club was often seen as the ultimate goal for players coming out of the region. But Salah has changed the conversation around the measure of success. Now the expectation isn't just to play in Europe's top leagues, it's to dominate, to score 20 or 30 goals a season, and to compete among the very best players in the world.
There's one player right now, his name is Ibrahim Adel. He was one of the most talented players in the African continent for Pyramids FC. He makes a move to the Emirates, and we all sort of said, that's not really the most ambitious move. Only after 1 year in the Emirates, he decides to go to Denmark at Nordsjælland, which is not the biggest club. But he decides, no, I really want to try and make it in Europe and try to emulate the success of somebody like Mohamed Salah, to try and be on the top 10 of the Ballon d'Or list. So what he's done is he's been a trailblazer. And if we say that that's a measure of greatness, then he's definitely the greatest Egyptian player of all time.
So what sort of legacy does the Egyptian king leave behind?
What we can say without a shadow of a doubt now is we know it's possible. This was a kid that came from a disenfranchised village that had a tougher journey than anybody else, making it professional. So if he was able to do it, anybody else can do it.
Well, one thing is for certain, when it comes to raising the bar for footballers across Northern Africa, Salah hasn't just set the standard. For many young players coming through today, the North African star has become the North Star.